Apothecary Diaries, Season 2, Episode 5. Oh, right into it. Yes, they do. Like a game of telephone. And sometimes they become the truth, or affect reality. If enough people believe something, even if the thing isn't true, then things then unfold as if it were true. Well, that works in two directions for that. And things can be real in different ways. Even fictional stories can convey truth. You know, like there's a lot of truth in Apothecary Diaries, even though it's totally made up. Episode 29, Moon Fairy. It's cute that she walks her to the door. This episode feels different somehow already. It's sort of pretty heavy. The cat girl. Shisui, yeah. Got my eye on you, Shisui. What role do you play in the story, I wonder? I'm sure you did, Shisui. I'm sure you did have some business to attend to. Just like us, for real. Oh, it's a caterpillar. But for me, she's the perfect audience for this, Mao Mao. No one understands us. I was thinking about this the other day because I was on a walk and I saw a walking stick, if you know what that is. It's like the insects that look like sticks. They're camouflaged really well. I remember as a kid seeing them in the zoo and thinking like, what kind of exotic land that I'll never see does this come from? And now I live in that land. Also, I came face to face with this local brand of deer that has vampire fangs, which I didn't know existed. I just stuck around. She said that so happily. Moon fairies? Is that what it was? I feel like maybe we will. We're gonna put on a party. And we're gonna fulfill the legend. It's just crazy enough to work. I really wish we could see more of the Emperor. I mean, so far he seems like a pretty chill dude. He's just down with everything. Except stumbling. He's not okay with stumbling. We finally got a glimpse of them. You can see a difference in their personalities? Whoa, I'm impressed. That's some keen people observation skills. I mean, it's a pretty low bar after the garden parties. Is that what it is? I can't tell a difference. I'm surprised that you can. Yes, they would. Maybe it's them. It also could be, what's her name? The newest concubine. Because it looks like she has a sister or something. And apparently looks different every time. Come to think of it, she also has that thing of always looking bored. She's getting out of the carriage. Are you allowed to do that? Are you allowed to just, like, come over to us? It's bold of you. She just interrupted the performance to approach the Emperor. This is a move. This is not protocol. No one liked that. And she's making that very known. Yeah. And I know you know. Let's just make my intentions clear. You're embarrassing me. Who do you think you are? Coming into our palace, behaving like this. I mean, I agree the parties here are pretty boring, but still, you know, you gotta respect the local customs. Oh, that pissed off the concubine's assistants. But you know, like, there's nothing that they can do about it. What is Hongnang gonna do about it? You know, she's gonna go home and complain about it later. Really, it's up to the Emperor. Look at you. Look how ugly you all are. That doesn't sound very promising. Can't wait to see Jinchi. How beautiful is he? I feel like at this point we're kind of exploiting Jinchi a little bit. He's just doing this because of his love for Mao Mao. Disappointed in your whole kingdom. She is very bold. This is sort of odd. It's so abrupt. Look, here is the Moon Fairy randomly on this path. Oh, what? Oh, you can't do it alone? Here's the dance. I thought I knew beauty until now. So graceful, so glamorous, so elegant. Look at the moss too. Oh my god, my self-confidence shattered. Looks like he's having fun. He's smiling. He's having a good time. Surely this will make Mamo like me. I mean, the atmosphere is gorgeous. And then he vanished. So pretty impressive. Oh, this is the pointing. Diana the Moon. Are they Greek? That's Greek, right? Or Roman? I get them mixed up. Speaking of legends and myths. Mama, the master of illusions. Oh yeah, but it worked out. It worked out in her favor. The moths glowed in the light. Yeah, we just ambushed them on the path. We can't let this get out. Jinji's beauty is just too dangerous. Oh yeah. Your work is complete. Thanks, Pawn. Oh my god, he swam. That's how he disappeared. They're in shambles right now. They're just in their rooms crying, throwing away all their mirrors. They can never compete. Give him a pat in the head. I think that's what he wants. There you go. There you go. He wants some attention. That's why I did this. They're just broken. What's fine? What's the problem? She left? She disappeared. She ran away? She's doing something bad. Or she's looking at some kind of box? What's in the box? Wow. Jinchi's dreams are coming true. That's cool. There's so much excitement usually. Must be hard when things are going well. Well, she wasn't bored for very long. Even if they did, it's hard to prove intent. Yep, it's a legacy politician. It's a duty. I need your support. Seems like they genuinely get along really well. And she's also sort of a legacy candidate here. Yeah. And maybe he's taking care of her in his way. That's sort of a relief for our modern conventions. She's very easy to get along with. He seems very comfortable with her. And there's a trade aspect to it, okay? Right, we were there for one of them, I remember. Now she's gone. Right, there's a lot of lingering threads here. You can't help yourself, can you? She also is one of the few people that could probably figure it out. It's tough because there's just so many unknowns and possible red herrings along the way, but just to think very zoomed out as to what would maybe be the most likely. I mean, it would probably be a power struggle, right? Wanting the Emperor's seat, wanting command of the kingdom, because there's just so many incentives there. And there are multiple approaches there. One would be getting a loyal concubine in there, because then you have access to the Emperor, which is a great spot to be in for either an assassination attempt or just learning his vulnerabilities and secrets. And then also there's the issue of if you know about the succession thing, you know about Jinchi, you'd have to get rid of him to tie up all the loose ends, and then maybe those two things are connected. And if someone really knows what they're doing, they might be trying to approach both of them simultaneously. Odd. Except for her. We have one too, right? There's a Hongyang? Get over your cold right now. There's a clinic here that Mama doesn't know about? That's surprising. Yeah, where were these people this whole time? Do you even know who I am? Goodbye.
失礼しました。
Momo flees.
やっぱりおばちゃんには勝てないな。
I'm overthinking this, but I wonder if that isn't a telling thing because of her relationship with her mother and her guilt around her grandmother. Whether or not it's the real cause, I can definitely trace a narrative between what I remember my experience being in childhood and the groups that I feel more or less comfortable with.
それにしても年重の女官ばかりな。
What's the deal with the north side?
独り言をブツブツ言いながら歩くな。こけるぞ。
何か言ってました？何かご用でしょうか？
Is this a coincidence or are you following me again?
偶然会って話しかけたら悪いのか。
Gaoshun is really trying.
売られてきたばかりでふてくされていたので。
After being kidnapped, kidnapped and sold, and only moved 50 meters from my home.
この話をすると妙に落ち込む。
He does not like this system.
あそこを医局にした方が良いのでは？
Yeah, why do we have like quack doctors when we have this place? What's the problem?
医官には男しかなれないからですよ。擦り傷くらいならともかく、大怪我の処置は医官しかできません。
I see.
もちろん薬を煎じていいのも医官だけです。
Okay. But it's a new age. We're learning how to read and stuff.
私はどうなるのですか？
You're my special cupcake exception. That's exactly what it is.
もっと違う形で医官を調達できればいいのだが。
Oh, is it the reading thing?
なくてもできるように。
Huh. Maybe this is the start. Maybe this is the education slant.
肝がんとなる手術は禁じられた。
That's wonderful for our modern
人材
inventions.
が枯渇するのは目に見えている。
Mm-hmm.
ちょうど禁止される前くらいに手術をしたのだろう。
Imagine being the last eunuch.
あと
Yeah.
数年待っていれば。
I thought about this before in a sci-fi context of like, if we ever cure death or Pantheon style, we develop digital consciousnesses, there is going to be the last person to die of old age.
なんだ。
口に出
You
て
gotta be careful. We gotta stop doing that. Gaoshun's just really trying. Gaoshun's so done with all this all the time. We came here just for this interaction.
くれぐれも薬を煎じていることを確かに
Taking a big risk for you and breaking all the laws, the court laws, and that can be used against me and you. Also, thanks, Shinji, for putting my life in danger.
儲かるかな？
Yes, probably. There's this weird dichotomy with Jinji about how he's simultaneously looking out for her and saving her life and also repeatedly endangering her life by not giving her enough information. Like, it might have been prudent to know that this was not allowed earlier.
それは薬だね。
You're not allowed
さっきの
to.
美女から薬の匂いがした。
Oh no, they found out our horrible secret that's not really that bad.
隠れて薬を作ってるね。
Who are you, Mao Mao? That's some great sleuthing. Is Mao Mao about to get raided? This is weird leverage in a place that's all about leverage and political scheming and popularity games. Though, less cynically, this could be a good alliance. It depends on how this woman takes it and who she is. Amazing that she sniffed that out both literally and figuratively. All right, this is tough, and I'm not sure if this is anything, but for some reason my mind keeps coming back to the beginning of this episode about how the truth runs away with itself and how things get weirder and turn into sort of myth-like legends, but then they can become something else entirely. I don't know what it is, but I feel like that's significant to the overall story. It feels like a thematic expression of some sort. Thematic foreshadowing, maybe. But I don't know. I guess I have to shelve that one for now. This is an interesting episode because there were a ton of little things, I guess, all happening in the same episode. You have the moon dance proving that Jinji is the fairest of them all. You have the reveal of the two Western women's personalities and their bold attempt at approaching the Emperor. And then like a literal mystery box. You have school starting, which I guess is being revealed as a way to replace the eunuchs, since that's now been outlawed, but you can't, have normal dudes just hanging out with the ladies. That's how you end up getting pregnant by wizards. We now know that Mao Mao is not allowed to make medicines, which I feel like she should have been told before. We should have been told before. Though, like, how much trouble could she really be in being in Jinchi's care? And also, like, having saved a bunch of the concubines, right? The rules don't really matter. The rules are not as important as, like, mass appeal of people who have power. Rules and law are often sort of illusory things, sometimes very frustratingly. People will bend over backwards to make exceptions for Mao Mao. Also, some odd hints here about people being immune to trends or some people not wearing perfumes. That's something that will come back around at some point. Shisui's love for insects, this whole northern section, there's just a lot. I feel like this episode is critical without actually explicitly stating anything that is a massive development. I mean, like, we already knew that Jinchi was hot. We're also on, like, ancient land. I mean, there's just so much here.